know the intro was playing. Oh my god. The intro was playing. Oh my god, the intro was playing and it fucking made me jump. Fuck, I gotta turn these things down. But anyway, hello there everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the Nonary Games, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, which is what we're currently playing. So if you guys remember what happened last time, we met the other 8 players, but anyway, and we're part of some sick game called the Nonary Games, managed by a mysterious person who calls himself Zero. Anyway, so we're Junpei, and we met the other 8 players, and we lost a player, the 9th man, because he was apparently tricked by Zero into thinking that he could escape by himself. But his moronic ass broke the rule. You should not be going by yourself. And anyway, we managed to escape our first. We went through door 5 last time, and we went with Snake and 7. And we managed to get into another room that I'm pretty sure we're going to have to escape from. So yeah, that covers it for the recap. Let's just jump right back into 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors.
Oh, wow.
It took only a moment for Junpei to take in his new surroundings.
Is this some kind of casino?
Sure looks like one.
Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind him made him turn around. Snake was shaking the door they had just come through.
Well, this is troubling.
As 7 and Junpei watched, he threw up his hands in frustration, then kicked the door for good measure.
It seems we are once again locked in.
Yeah, I thought so. There was no reason to panic, however.
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way.
So we must find another exit then.
All right, guys, let's split up and search this room. Come on, no dawdling. Let's go. Quickly.
Oops, sorry. Spurred to action by 7's words, Junpei and Snake Man began to examine the room. Seek way out. Well, for starters, we can start by examining over here. Card 5. Well, this is a casino, so we're gonna have to pick up some playing cards, maybe. Hey, Junpei, just found this on the shelf. A playing card? Card 4. There's something on the counter. Looks like a card. A playing card? Oh, would you look at that? Someone with a bottle of booze here. Don't mind if I do. Oh, it hits the spot. Feels like my throat's burning. Damn, he really drank it. You know how long it's been here. Bought some booze sitting on the counter. I don't think so. I'm cutting you off, pal. I'm not even trying to collect the booze, I'm just trying to collect the box. I'm trying to collect the fucking base. Another playing card. There's something on top of the fireplace. Card number 6. Wait, when those 2 lights turned on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? I heard something down there. A coin bag. There's a whole bunch of coins stuffed into this velour bag. Look at all these coins! Perhaps these coins will allow us to convince the machines to move. This door's shut tight. It won't open. I found another card. 4 chairs surrounding the square table. Check out that stained glass. How beautiful. What? Huh? Stained glass is colored pieces of glass placed together in a frame. As I've said many times before, I need only touch it to know. I can at least discern the basic structure. Main body of the slot machine. There's a coin slot in there. Wait a minute. Three circles, triangle, a diamond, and a heart. I don't see much difference between these 3 slot machines. The plate says 3. Alright, let's put the coins from the bag in here. What happened? I heard an odd noise. Well, to be honest, I don't know. I pressed on the buttons and smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh, looks like the coin got stuck. Oh dear. Alright, let's try number 2. Alright, let's drop the coin in the coin slot. Come on, you little bastards, I only need one of you. Damn. Oh boy. Tough one. And what is so tough, if I may ask? Hitting these rails just right. Timing is, well, it's not easy. I don't believe you need to hit them just right. Huh? Well, usually the way things work is that the reels match a whole bunch of coins come out. Issuing those coin surprises is the best part, though. A prize, eh? I wonder what might happen if we were to match all the reels. I imagine the prize would be the tools that would lead to our escape. There's something else to find around here. Hey, what's this? Hey, Junpei, you really think you got all the cards you need for this one? Oh, hell, because I'm trying anyway. Wait, we haven't tried this one yet. Junpei, perhaps you should be more careful in the future. Get the coin stuck in the machine on the right. Please make it see mistake again, that would be bad. I know that. It'll be fine. Jerk. Let's put this coin in the slot and show him. That's weird. Do you mean to seal this up in here forever? It's not my fault! The coin just got stuck all on its own. Oh boy. Damn it. Time to try again. Damn it! Alright. to press them in a different order. Oh. 777. Yes! 777! And I think I hear something unlocking in there. Impressive, Junpei. It would appear to be unlocked now. There's something akin to a drawer on the bottom part of this machine, yes? That is a pickup drawer for dividend. Or dividend. I don't know what he's saying. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Please open it if you would. Yes! What is this? Is something in there? Yeah, a playing card. And this. A key with the Venus symbol on it. Excellent, Junpei. Now we will be able to open the gate. And we just need to figure out how to get out of this room. Correct. Come on, Junpei, hurry up. And he's off. There's a playing card and the Venus. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the card. Card number 2. I think I've got all the cards now. Let's see here. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's see. Two. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. It's not working. So it would seem. I am shocked and appalled that guessing at random has not yielded better results. Yeah. Maybe we've got to play it on the table. Suddenly, Seven began to speak.
Ah, Baccarat. You ever played Junpei?
Junpei shook his head. He barely even heard of the game.
No, never.
Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you a bit? See, Baccarat is kind of an unusual game. You've got the banker and the player. The whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win. And whether the banker or the player wins, it all depends on their hands. The way each hand works is different from other games too. You see, you take the number from the ones place after you add up the value of all your cards. Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins. If your number is smaller than your opponent's, you lose. And that's it. That's the explanation. Got it? Well, actually, there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, that sort of stuff. But what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well. The single digit of the sum of all the cards you have. The strongest hand is a 9. And the weakest hand is a 0. You just ignore the number in the 10 spot. Do you get it?
Yeah.
I think I do. He hasn't been asking before, but Seven's explanation rushed through that bin was helpful.
Well, maybe half of it. Enough. I got a chance at winning the game if I played now.
However, we have no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules. And if it does, in what manner?
Then I guess we try everything.
Feel more confident from only slightly. Junpei approached the Baccarat table. 8. Hey, Seven, are we really supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table. What the hell? That's what we do. Stop worrying about it. It's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 in the glass case. Alright, then that's your opponent's number. If that's the case, what 3 cards do we need to get that number? 3 cards? A couple indentations of white lines around them, right? Those means we gotta put down 3 cards, so... place 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. That's what I've gotta do, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Mine tells me those aren't the only rules. Alright, let's give it a shot. Before I start, I better make sure I got the rules straight. There are 3 empty indentations. I've just gotta pick a card and play it. I figure if it's on the right spot, something ought to happen. Alright, let's give it a shot. It worked! 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 9. Oh, that's right. Yes, open for me. Great! You did it, Junpei! You think it's time to take the 8 card? Come on, let's grab it. Alright, let's take this card. The 3 cards I put down stuck to the table. I won't be going anywhere anytime. I won't be going anywhere anytime soon. So, do I put the 8 card in here? Go. Alright, it opened up. It would seem we have another device to contend with, yes? There are 3 slots in this one. 3 slots for cards. There's 9 right below them. Maybe I have to make the digital route of 9 with 3 cards that we have. I finally made the digital route. Oh, boy, I don't think this is gonna work. I thought they'd make the digital route 9. Well, let's give it a shot. Oh, they worked. Alright, so put all the cards we had left into the slots. What happens now? Is that... Yes! I did hear something from the exit. Excellent work, Junpei. Wonderful. It seems the exit is unlocked. Let's go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18. Oh! 1 plus 8 is 9. They do make the digital route of 9. Wow, I'm stupid. Alright, let's go. Junpei and his companions ran out of the casino into a large open room. But fuck yeah, we escaped. A room, in fact, they had been in once before. There was little to surprise them. They already knew what their next step had to be.
This way!
Excuse me. The iron gate still stood in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway, and right in the center of it...
The keyhole with the Venus symbol. The Venus key should work here.
Wasting no time, he pulled it out and shoved it into the keyhole. He turned it. Oh, sorry guys, I gotta respond to this text. Sorry guys, I have to respond to this text real quick. Someone important. With the distinctive sound of metal on metal, the door lock clicked.
It sounds like it did. Alright, let's get this thing open.
No problem. Let me help with this one.
Junpei grabbed the handle on the left side, and Seven took the handle on the right. On Junpei's signal, they both pushed and the gate creaked open.
It sounds as though you have opened it. We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
Snake, are you gonna be alright? I mean, the stairs.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Good to hear. Let's move.
At Seven's words, they leapt to the stairs and jogged quickly down them. In no time at all, they found themselves on C deck.
Everything looks okay here.
We should check the next deck down, just in case.
Good idea, Snake. When they reached the water, he called back up to Snake and Seven.
Just what I thought. D-Deck is completely underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
On the surface of the water below them was flat like a mirror.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Back to the sea deck, then.
Now, how about we check out what's here?
Oh, dear. Sorry, guys, I got... Just give me one quick second. I've got to talk real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to take care of something real quick. No, I don't want to quit. They began searching around and taking stock of what was on the sea deck.
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
There's a card reader between them. And another weird mark.
Hey, check it out. It's the symbol for Lotus.
What?
See? It's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right?
Yeah, I see it. No two ways about it. That was a pretty good one, kid.
Seven tussled Junpei's hair like he thought to be a friendly manner. Junpei feared his neck might break, even though it was clear Seven had kept his strength.
Oh, would you watch it, man? Whew, that hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
What are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak. Maybe this'll toughen you up, huh?
If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
Damn. Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observation, he'd gone over to examine the card reader.
This is a Mercury symbol. The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Oh.
Wings and a staff. Huh. So then, she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven. Sounds like Lotus, all right.
Yeah, most definitely. Seven shook Junpei's head even more vigorously, and then began to feel as though his brain was being jostled around inside of his skull.
7! Oh, that's too much! Oh, my head!
Junpei's stomach began turning uncomfortable.
Oh, I think I'm gonna puke.
Yeah, that's right. So here's the route. So here are the route we're taking. Wow, these routes sound a little complicated.
Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
In other words, we gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
So I would assume.
Okay.
Let's forget the elevators for right now. How about that hallway to the left?
Whoa, there's a bunch of doors.
There were a great many doors lining both sides of the hallways. They seemed to stretch on forever, and all 3 men suddenly felt very small.
Ah, shit. We're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we?
Maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side.
Maybe we can come back with the others and see if they can help us out.
Let's head back.
Yeah. To the right of the stairs, another hallway stretched out, reaching deep into the bowels of the ship.
To the right this time.
After a few minutes of moving briskly down the hallway, they emerged into an area roughly the same size and shape as the ship at the top of the stairs. On the left side of the room were 4 French doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Okay, I'm on it.
Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
It isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Thrilled to have found another unlocked door, he threw it open. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
What?
What the hell? What's all these beds? 3 more rooms. He simply stood, unable to speak. Seven's eyes opened wide and his mouth gaped. After a few long moments, Seven at least managed to speak.
Hey, what is this place? It's so huge and empty.
A massive room stretched out in front of them, more a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on Seven and Junpei. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. Here were simple things, little more than pipe and thin mattresses.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
Is this a hospital? The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
I think so. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
3 of them were emblazoned with large single-digit numbers made with thick red paint.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
These are the doors we have to go through.
Why is that door between 3 and 7 blank? Does that mean anything?
I don't know.
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Yeah, good idea.
Which one can open up for us? Let's see. 7, 2, 5, 8, 9. That's right, we went through door 4, didn't we? 12, 13. Wait, we went through door 5. Was not enough of us to go through that door. Upon reaching them, they proceeded to investigate each door in turn, but to no avail. We need someone else if we're gonna go through any doors.
Yep, locked. Just like I thought.
Naturally. After all, there are rules to the nonary game. And to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules. Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
Whoa, check this out.
Suddenly, Seven spoke up, interrupting.
Look at the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
What?
Don't you remember the red back at the main staircase? If there wasn't anyone in it, it said vacant on the little screen, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But this one...
Wait a second.
There's nothing.
Right?
What about...
You think it's broken?
Only one way to find out.
No, nothing.
It's dead. Excuse me. Junpei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. The red refuses to change. They tried pulling the lever and still nothing. Excuse me. It wasn't the only red on door 8 that seemed to be malfunctioning.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
What does it mean?
Maybe it means that all the players have to be in the room to do something.
They've got to be broken. Man, that bastard. I didn't think Zero was the kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this.
Whoa. Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's gonna make a mistake now?
Sorry.
Well, that's the only thing I could think of. This thing ain't working at all.
Maybe it won't work because all the other players here aren't here yet. Only the first 3 managed to escape their rooms. While Junpei and Seven talked, Snake busied himself with examining the red. After a time, he lowered his hands and spoke.
It seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Internal hardware?
What?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
The bottom?
Junpei obliged and bent over to look over the inside of the device.
Huh. There's a thin slot here. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
The other 2 reds are the same. Something's been removed from all 3 of them.
I get it. So the reds aren't working because somebody pulled out their guts.
So I assume.
But why? And who? I mean, it really doesn't make sense.
I have no
we're on time
idea.
limit here.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Real smart one. They heard the sound of a door
Oh,
opening.
what now?
The 3 of them turned and saw Akane. Oh no, Junpei thought. It's...
June!
She stopped short, surprised to see them, was very bowled over by the rest of her companions, who were coming to the door behind her. Ah, the other 5 players are here.
Ace! Santa! Clover! And Lotus!
Guess everyone's here.
Junpei and Seven were for the moment at a loss for
What are
words.
you guys doing?
Why are you...
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
There's nothing to exchange. We just escaped our 2 rooms. After a moment's silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through and how they ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but that hardly mattered. They were happy to simply see one another again. Although the level of cheer varied greatly from person to person, each one of them was wearing some manner of smile, almost as though they had already forgotten about the death of the ninth man. No, thought Junpei. Perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. Not in a morbid or hateful way. No, the ninth man had died, but they were still alive, and it was something to be happy about. A sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive. He felt sorry for the ninth man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive.
And that's what we know.
With that, Junpei finished his own explanation.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
What about that big hallway? Maybe there's somewhere in there we might be able to go.
No, there's nothing there. The 5 of us had a quick look. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
You mean all those doors are for hospital rooms?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
It had one of those solar system mark things on it.
It was the Jupiter symbol.
Jupiter.
I wonder what it means.
Confusion seemed to be the consensus.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
No one, not even Snake appeared ready to offer an answer until Seven unexpectedly spoke up.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic.
The Gigantic?
The what? Junpei looked at Seven, shocked by both his knowledge and the apparent identity of their person. He was not the only one.
What is this gigantic?
Seven nodded to Lotus and began
The
to speak.
Gigantic. She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century. Actually, the Titanic had two sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched. The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship. At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea. She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk. What happened to her after that? One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gourdane bought her. Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself. Which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical...
So you're saying this Lord Gourdane bought this ship?
Yeah, at least I think I am.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Pipe down, just pay attention. What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the Gigantic.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured...
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
No, I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean...
Seven looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare. He scratched his head for a moment, then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth.
I don't know.
Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Then almost as to see Seven from further embarrassment. Great, we just lost another hour. A bell began to ring from far away.
A bell?
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway.
Junpei counted each time carefully.
10, 11, 12. 12.
It's midnight. Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
We've looked everywhere in this room.
They had been examining the room as they
But
talked.
we haven't found anything.
Right.
That only leaves one place to look.
One?
Well, not just one.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Well, you already checked some of them out before you came here, right?
We each checked a single room, so 5 rooms in total.
All right, then. That's 5 rooms we don't have to search. We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
There are 48 other rooms?
Lotus not seemed excited by the prospect. Seven fidgeted nervously before responding.
Maybe?
After some discussion, the 8 of them decided which rooms to begin with and what order they would go. Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving from forward to aft.
All right, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes!
They also determined what they would return to report their findings the next time the clock sounded the time. When it did, they would meet back in the large central room.
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah, sounds straightforward enough.
If, during the search, any one of them were to locate the missing components, they were to yell for the
I'll
others.
shout if I find any of the components we need.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If this strategy failed, they returned to discuss their options later.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
Right. Then let's do this.
The details decided, they left to begin searching. Out into the hallway they went, each into the rooms they'd been assigned. However, from far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. It did only so once. It was 1 a.m.
It's 1. I better get back to the others.
jogged through the entrance of the large hospital doors to find six of the others already there.
Huh?
Hey, wait. What? Where's Snake? Ace, Santa, Clover, June, Seven, and Lotus. They had gathered in front of door number 8. Or perhaps to be accurate, they had gathered in front of the red next to door number 8.
What are they doing over there?
Had one of them found the missing piece?
What happened, guys?
It was June who answered him.
Look!
She was pointing at the red. He pushed through the others until he had stood in front of it. What? Immediately he knew what she had
Vacant.
meant. Wait, it's open?
Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well...
Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths
What
shut.
the hell? What is up with you guys?
They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know?
Hey, where's Snake, you guys?
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
What? Let me see.
Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again just to make sure. The slot had been open on the bottom, was now covered with metal.
You're right. It's in there. What about the other two?
They're the same.
Let me take a look.
Junpei quickly examined the other two boxes.
It's just as you said.
Satisfied that they were also prepared, but still very confused, he returned to the others.
Alright, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Correct.
None.
Ace and June nodded silently. Seven raised his hands to say, "Not me," and Santa just shrugged. Clover, where's Snake? Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing.
Wait a minute.
That was when he noticed.
Where's Snake?
Junpei swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen.
Does that mean that he found them?
I've no idea. There's nothing to suggest it. But nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
Because he has a little sister? Clover raised her hand.
No! That's impossible!
Oh, Clover raised her head. Suddenly she was shouting.
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see. So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible.
Oh, Clover, relax. Clover started to shake and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes.
I'm gonna go look for him.
Clover, wait! The words were barely out of her mouth, so she
Hey,
began to run.
hold on, Clover. Wait!
Junpei cried out to her, but she was too slow. But he was too slow. Damn. She kept going, and before anyone else could react, she was
Well,
gone.
that didn't work. Damn it. What should we do now?
Well, the red is working now.
No! We're not leaving two people behind! We should go look for them!
Oh, man. This ain't good.
But June, if we do that, we're gonna waste more time. We don't have enough time. We don't have enough time as is. We only have 6 hours left.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time. We've only 5 hours left.
That's right, we wasted an hour. Junpei and the others nodded to one another and took off at a run. Excuse me. In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to
Let's split up.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
Soon, only 2 of them were left. Those 2 were Junpei and June, who had been a few steps behind the
All right,
others.
we should go too.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Let's see.
Oh dear. I thought they'd be in the casino. Let's see. I think we should try the first class cabin.
Oh, what about the first class cabin on B deck?
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
It took off up the stairs at a run. Outside of the first class cabin, they found Clover. Oh, I was right. She was standing in front of the wall. She was staring at a meaningless point on the wall, her eyes blank. What should Junpei do?
Are you alright?
Are you alright, Clover? He did his best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond.
Look, I know you're really worried, but...
He could think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. Junpei hesitated. Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. Her actions didn't surprise him. She had suddenly lost her brother, who she seemed to have been very close to.
Alone.
Her voice was thin and barely audible.
Alone. I said leave me alone!
Suddenly she was screaming.
You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off! Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me!
Junpei was taken back. Clover. Such anger and hate. June's eyes had gone wide with surprise.
Why are you still here? Did you hear me?
Clover.
Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
Alright, let's go, June.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm only trying to help. They turned and left Clover. As they did, Junpei glanced back over her shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face. Clover had driven home the misery of their situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed wouldn't get him nowhere, but with depression.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake.
He did his best to push away the misery and depression and force
So,
a smile.
where do you think we should go next?
I think we should check the casino.
How about the casino?
Let's go take a look.
Yeah. They turned and headed off down the hallway to the right of the jog. Before they knew it, they were there. So was Lotus. She was leaning against the wall, examining her
Hey,
nails.
what do you think you're doing?
She glanced up to him unimpressed.
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
She glanced up at him unimpressed.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
Sure.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital root would be 1.
5. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 1 plus 0
But
is
there's
1.
no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Yeah, she's got a point.
Then we add another person.
Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
Oh, if we add 7, 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7, the digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8.
Oh yeah, we could go through door number 8.
Wait a minute.
But-
What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
That was
1
simple
plus
enough.
2 plus 3 plus 4. And 1 plus 0 equals the digital root for those 4.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital.
Of course I know that.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we? Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
Don't try to lie.
Really? Why do you think
I don't
that?
think you do anything of the sort. Jesus Christ, I keep skipping through dialogue. I gotta stop.
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9.
Yeah, that's right.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Yeah, that's right. The digital route for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Lotus scratched the back of her ear.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
Unbelievable. She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei had said, nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Well, let's try and find another way, okay?
We just gotta find Snake and Clover can come with
A way
us.
to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious? And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right? The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
Huh.
As much as she's being unfair, she does have a point.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
The moment he said it, Junpei felt a chill run down his spine.
Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail.
What she said was true, but how Lotus could remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was
Is
beyond
that
him.
really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that? That's just...
Lotus's forehead
You think I
furrowed.
could have a moment alone? There's some things I need to think about.
Okay. Junpei and June turned and began to walk away
That
from
didn't turn out to
Lotus.
be a very pleasant conversation.
Yeah.
Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish, but he told himself pessimism would get them
Well,
nowhere.
regardless,
So he forced himself to smile and turned to June.
let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah.
So,
Alright. Where should we go next?
Clover's still there.
Let's go back downstairs and check out that hallway with all the doors.
Together they ran down the stairs.
Oh! It's Ace!
Excuse me. Ahead of them, farther down the hall were these
Hey,
bodies.
Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
What should Junpei do? Yeah, let's run to Ace.
Let's go.
With June in tow, Junpei jogged up to Ace. Hearing the footsteps, he turned to greet them.
Ah, hello there. Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet?
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can. For Clover's sake.
Yeah, we should. Huh? A message?
Right.
Oh wait, this chat is... Hi, Kiyotaka Ishimaru. Yeah, I know it does get pretty lonely sometimes. Sometimes people will watch, sometimes people won't. June's face looked kind of enraptured.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
Yeah, why, Junpei? Why would you say that? The question seems somehow odd
Why?
to Junpei.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
Ace looked at her for a moment and spoke.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't.
I'm gonna stay here. Aw, thanks, Kiyotaka, that's nice. Now that you mentioned
Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another.
it. Example, me and my brother.
It certainly isn't rare.
Junpei wasn't sure why, or even if he was seeing him. I also enjoyed... Yes! Ace Attorney is awesome! I really wish I could stream a game. Junpei wasn't sure why, or if he was seeing what he thought he was. But he could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke.
At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time.
Yeah.
Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go, Jumpy.
At June's urging, they left. They found themselves back in the stairs, but Junpei's mom was
Something
in
about that was... I'll think on it later. Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority.
Junpei did his best
All
to clear
right,
his mind.
where should we go next?
We've looked everywhere. There's nowhere else to go but back to the large hospital room.
Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's go then.
They turned and headed back toward the large hospital room.
Hey, wait, that's...
On the way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June noticed Santa standing next to the number 3 door.
Santa?
Junpei paused. What should Junpei do?
What are you
Junpei and
doing?
June walked up to Santa.
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
What?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but
Who do you think did it?
I don't know. Santa's eyes narrowed as he looked at June. She shook her head. Is that blood? I don't think so. I think it's more like red paint. Like Zero painted the numbers on it so that way we know which doors to go through.
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
Maybe it was someone other than... Maybe it was someone other than the 8 of us.
Maybe there's someone else on this ship with us.
You mean someone hiding here?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just an idea.
And you're saying this mystery person fixed the reds?
Yeah,
Well,
Why?
that's, I don't know.
Santa shoved his hands into his pockets and cracked his
Seems
knuckles.
unlikely.
Why?
I don't know. Just a feeling. Hard to believe Zero'd bring in a secret 10th player. I mean, the name of the game is the Nonary game, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Santa knows something. Maybe. But he doesn't look as bright. He probably doesn't look as bright as everyone else.
You know what Nonary means, right? It means 9.
Really? I didn't know that.
No, that's not what I meant. I mean more like someone who's been living here for a long time. Or someone who, like, stayed here.
Seriously? That's even more ridiculous. Why do you think Zero would leave them alone?
Well, you never know. In all investigation games, everyone has an accomplice. I mean, Danganronpa, Junko had Mukuro. Church. Yeah. Junko had Mukuro. Actually, that's all I know. It's just Danganronpa. But, you know, everyone always has an accomplice. Maybe Zero has an accomplice that did this.
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Oh. Santa
Bingo!
grinned.
We have a winner.
You think one of the 8 of us fixed the red?
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah,
But why?
no idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else.
Something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding.
Yeah, usually once you play a game, there's a pattern to the deaths and killers. Oh yeah, that is true.
Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think Snake was the one who fixed these? The dude's The dude's hella blind. He can't see shit.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah.
Only... Maybe Snake walked in. Maybe Snake walked back to check it out again, and probably saw one of us fixing the red, and then caused its disappearance. If anything on that, my money would be on Lotus. She kind of seems suspicious. Junpei stared at Santa. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. At first, he assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think he would need to reevaluate that assessment. When Santa spoke again, his voice was
Look,
quiet.
if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You've gotta be careful.
Not true. I trust Akane.
The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
Considering the way he's talking right now, I don't think he did it either. Okay, best people I can rule out are myself, June, Santa, and obviously Clover. She's kind of distraught over the whole thing. So that just leaves Ace 7 and Lotus. With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away.
And that's that, I guess.
Junpei and June looked at one another and smiled awkwardly. Where would they go next? Well, we checked everywhere. We can't do anything about it. They looked everywhere they could think of, but Snake was nowhere to be found. Usually, I don't think he's too noticeable. I think he's too noticeable enough. The culprits are usually the shy and quiet ones. That would be June. That way they don't put too much. Yeah, June's the only one who fits the shy and quiet description. You don't think June could be the person? June could be the accomplice, do you? Nah, there's no way.
Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched.
Lotus looked around at 6 frustrated faces and
We can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here. We need to get moving.
Junpei couldn't disagree with what she was saying. Snake seemed to have completely disappeared. There was no point to wasting any more time. The others seemed to be having similar thoughts, but they stayed silent. Finally, Seven spoke.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right. We're not gonna find Snake.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's a problem, though.
What?
We've got to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, that's
I have
right.
a proposal.
Okay, shoot. Excuse me. She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood.
Why don't we
she
decide
stopped.
on one person to sacrifice?
Sacrifice?
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind. If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind. But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave 1 person out, then only 1 person will be left behind.
Leaving behind 3 people, 2 teams of 4s and 3s. Oh. I'm not sure.
Wait a minute. 2 people get left behind if we split into 5 and 2, and 1 person is left behind if we split into 3, 3, and 1. I got that part. You can't go through the numbered doors with any less than 3 people. But if we split into 4 and 3, then why do 3 people have to be left behind?
Just run the numbers. Let's say we go through door 7 with 1, 4, 5, 6. Who's left over?
That would be 3, 7, 8.
What's the digital root for that?
3 plus 7 plus 8 is 18, so that...
Exactly. But door 9 isn't here, right? That means 3, 7, 8 won't be going anywhere. That was just an example, of course. There are a lot of different combinations, but the result will always be the same. It doesn't matter which 4 it is. The 3 that are left over can't go through any of the doors. Go ahead and calculate it if you have the time. You'll see. Anyway, that's how it is. Now, if we can get back to my proposal, we only have to sacrifice one person if we split into 3, 3, and 1.
When Seven spoke, his voice was strained.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then one person has to sacrifice themselves.
No, that's too cruel!
What's so cruel about it?
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Then what's your plan? Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
That's not what I meant! We shouldn't sacrifice anyone!
I told you, that's impossible. Wake up.
Whoa, whoa, calm down, you two.
His hands are stuck between Lotus and
Look,
June.
what Lotus is trying to say is, you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
Exactly. That's how democracy works.
Oh, she's got a point there.
And for that reason, I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote. What do you think?
No! That's terrible!
I'm not asking you. Shut up. What about you, Santa?
Me? Well, I agree, I guess.
All right, that's 1 vote for. Counting mine, that's 2. 7.
I can't say I agree with you, but we don't exactly have a choice. We don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Oh, glad to see you get it. If I can get 1 more vote, then it's decided. What about you, Clover?
Clover? Clover moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Her whole body tripped. Junpei didn't know if she'd even heard Lotus's proposal.
Clover.
Lotus walked over to Clover and gently laid a hand on her shoulder.
Your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
Yeah, maybe you... Maybe Zero could have had something to do with when he kidnapped Snake just... I think maybe Zero could have kidnapped Snake. That way, he was divided at 7. And then we ended up coming to this kind of term. Clover slowly lifted her face.
Let's go look for him together, okay?
Yeah,
we sacrifice one person, then we can go look for him. You agree with me, right?
Okay.
Clover nodded once.
The motion carries.
Lotus spun around and walked toward Junpei.
Now, let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary.
Ace had barely spoken for Lotus' entire speech, and everyone jumped a little. 6 pairs of eyes turned to him. Turned to look at him. He didn't seem nervous or
I
even
will
care.
stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
Ace, are you sure?
Ace, what are you saying? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
June's voice shook, and she looked around desperately for someone to agree with her. Ace simply looked
June,
at her.
I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Huh?
I trust you. Each and every one of you. I believe you'll come back for me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out. If we go through them...
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Please, I beg you. Once you've escaped, come back and rescue me. Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given us.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time.
Finally, Junpei could hold his tongue no
We've
longer.
only got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
Then, perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me? Or perhaps you would be willing to leave June behind?
Ace's voice was dignified without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had no rebuttal.
You see, there's no other choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me. Go, quickly.
Junpei stood frozen by indecision, unable to move. June bit her lips so hard that Junpei feared she would break the skin. His hands stood against the wall, calm and aloof. 7 tore his beanie from his head and turned it over anxiously in his hands. Only Clover stared at Ace with an expression Junpei was unable to decipher. Lotus's attitude, however, was different from the others.
Let's accept his kind offer, then.
She smiled, her eyes bright. Ace answered with a smile of his
Good.
own.
I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
As he spoke, Ace lowered himself to the floor next to one of the beds. And somewhere deep in the ship, Junpei suddenly heard the screeching of metal on metal. It was almost as if the ship were screaming. Would it really hold until their time limit was up? Already D-Deck was flooded. In the sudden silence, the only sound was the sad metal wail of the ship. Unsurprisingly, it was Lotus who spoke first.
Well, what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
Yeah. As if a spell had been broken, the others all began to talk at once.
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
You too, Santa? I have to find my brother. Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this.
I'm sorry, June, there is no time left. We've got to go to the doors now.
There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be. Right, Jumpy? Say something.
Yeah, let's think. There's gotta be another way.
His words sounded hollow and fake.
Fine. Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own.
June? She spun around and ran toward Ace. He had slumped down next to the bed when June grabbed his arm and pulled.
Ace! Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet. We just have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here.
Then it happened. Ace fell forward. He slumped over onto the wooden floor, his body folded in half like a box from
Ace!
cold. June cried out and dropped to her knees beside him. She put her arm around his neck and did her best to lift him up.
What happened? Ace, say something.
She shook him frantically. His eyes fluttered open.
I'm all right.
His voice was weak and slightly
How
slurred.
are you all right?
This.
He held out his left arm and slowly opened his hand.
A syringe?
And it was a syringe in a small vial. The vial was empty. It had only recently been emptied. A few drops clung to the sides. There was a label attached to the side of the container. It read Sulfuryl Beta. Sulfuryl Beta?
Soparil Beta.
Sulfuryl
What does
Beta.
this do? Did you use this?
Yes. It's just anesthetic. I'll be.
Anesthetic.
I found it earlier. While we were searching the hospital rooms, I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
Why did you do this?
Didn't I tell you? I'd like to take a nap. I really am. Very tired.
Junpei knew it wasn't why he'd done it. Ace had injected himself with anesthetic to forestall Junpei and June's attempts to bring him along. If he couldn't move, there was nothing they could do. He injected himself so that they would be forced to leave him behind.
Ace.
Is there something you want to say? I just like to sleep a little. Could you keep it down?
No, don't, Ace. Don't fall asleep.
June!
You feel warm. So comfortable. I think I'll have a nice dream.
June, it's hopeless. We've got to go now. Ace's eyelid drooped further and further, almost as though he were dying.
Ace! Ace!
She shook his shoulder again and again, but this time he didn't respond. Only the gentle rising and falling of his chest told him he was alive. Junpei was relieved to see he was, in fact, still breathing.
Let's get him up on a bed.
Excuse me. He lifted Ace up off the floor and laid him on the bed he'd been leaning against. When Junpei turned around, Lotus gave him a look of
Well,
pity.
we really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste. Right?
Like you even mean that.
You say something?
No.
Nothing.
It felt wrong, but he had to agree. And suddenly Santa spoke.
We're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh?
No, we've got to choose our door.
What do you...
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8. It's the same number as my bracelet number.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one do you want?
Oh, right. This door-making decision? Yeah. Let's leave that for tomorrow. Sorry, guys, but, I really don't want these episodes to be going on too long. And, we already escaped our room, and now we finished up, what we had to do. So, we're gonna end it right here. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little episode. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here next time for more 999 and Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, and for more Resident Evil 4. I love you guys so much. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye.